Hey guys, 460 style here. Got something in my hands right here, and I think 90% of avid shooters know what this kind of gun is. Has a little nickname called SMLE, short magazine, Lee Enfield. Um, just pretty much told you what it was. Um, this one it was the later production. This is kind of a sportorized version of, you know what it is, 303 British, um, technically a 31 caliber. Um, it was originally a black powder cartridge. 2,000 feet a second wasn't enough, and they decided to go with smokeless powder, 2,500 feet a second, um, which is 500 feet a second. It does make a difference. So anyway, I purchased this gun. This is a 42 Mark One, number one Mark Three. Sorry, there's too many numbers there. And nice little gun. You know, you got a 10 round magazine. It's originally, I think they call it like the minute gun. Uh, Empty, obviously. Um, and you're supposed to be able to shoot like 100 rounds a minute or something. There's so many different variations how people say it or whatever. High capacity for back then. Um, the Eddie Stones, 1917, the Eddie Stones, uh, they hold 7 rounds without the stripper clip style, 5 rounds, 6 in the tube and 1 in the chamber, so 7. So this is technically 10 rounds plus 1. So let me put this here. Sorry. So not a very heavy gun because it's sportorized. Probably what, 7-8 pounds. Um, the locking lugs are not like the Mauser. These are a little weaker design. A lot of rifle people don't like this bolt style because it's a little bit weaker than the Mauser. But for what I'm gonna do with it, plink around, it's fine. The settings, they go up to 2,000 yards. So, which is basically volley fire back then. They made these for 50 years. This gun, this style of gun. 2,000 yards, you're just going to volley fire anyway. It's all the way down is 100 yards, which you're going to shoot high. Most military rifles shoot high anyway. For close range, are designed to 300-400 yards, and they're not too bad. And I kind of like this gun because old school, like 1917s, the Pattersons, that they got this one's a brass butt plate with a little hideaway matches, whatever, lipstick, eyeliner, whatever back then that you needed to look nice going to war. You never know. You might meet the ladies. But you got your sling posts, or rings, I should call it, still on here. Not the best shape. Somebody refinished it, which I kind of disagree with one of these. Maybe just sand it and put some sealer. Should bring back that dark look, because I like the old military style dark look. This still has a dark look. I don't know if this is walnut or hickory or maple, or I don't remember. I haven't dug that deep. I just bought it not that long ago, a couple months ago, and haven't even shot it yet. The bullets on these can go up to like 2,700 feet a second in my lineman book that I've checked. Again, usually old surplus military guns, you want to check the head spacing and your bore. Check your bore. These, I think, 311, 312 diameter projectiles. I think you can get up to 315 or 317. I think that's about max. But But check your bore, buy a bullet, try the end, and if it clinks in there, then you know you go oversize, which now you're looking at reloads. I believe you can get up to 315, I think, 317. So, excuse me. But yeah, nice gun. I mean, you know, it's just Americana. You know, it's like an old. I mean, every country has one. Just about every country has one of these. They made millions and millions of these. They started, what, in 1888 or something? 1890, roughly. And the magazine, the press, take out the magazine. See that little lever right here? Let me go on this side. Kind of press it, goes in, and that releases the magazine. I find the trigger guard to be small, especially if you're going to war. I mean, that's not a lot of room for gloves. It better be around 40 degrees outside, 30 degrees, because if it's 0, you gotta wear the thicker gloves. Man, I don't know. But that's their design back then. It's funny how there's a groove in the trigger guard. Let me see if I can get the right angle here. See that groove where the magazine goes in? So, you know, it's just, they made these things fast. It's still a quality gun, you know, for the day. And a lot of these, like my dad's gun, which my brother has now, 1917 Eddie Stone 30-06, and that gun's right on for some reason. But they put the P14 stock on it, forearm stock, on the gun, so something must have happened to it years ago. So they just it's Sportorized now, no bayonet. This one obviously Sportorized, which for me it doesn't really matter. But you know, this is still part of history. I know it's Sportorized and all, but I still like it. It still has that "where has it been" story. And the lock on here, is kind of unique because it looks like it would have like a cam action, but it doesn't. It's just to hold the lever and you unlock it. Okay, right there. You can unlock it like that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of, it looks like a cam action. And turn the lever here on the bolt. There's a this locking lug right here. Turn that up. I think you turn it up there, and your bolt comes out. So that's free floating. And throw it back in. Turn it. Oop. Oop. Trying to do this in one hand here. There we go. So you line it up, goes back in, push your lug back down, obviously. Oh, back it up, lock it down, it goes right back in. And the spring's still good on here. I mean, it has a good release still. Firing pin looks okay. Screws are kind of worn out. They had, I mean, you know, this gun's been around since 42, so it's 70 something years old, so I'm sure there was something down the line where they try to fix something or change a spring or a pin or a lever or, but overall, I mean, there's no cracks. That's what I look for in these old guns. See if there's any cracks in the forearm and stock. There's no cracks. Like one, it looks like a gouge, but it might be a crack. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right here. Getting right. But pretty cool gun. Pretty cool gun. Haven't even shot it yet. Like I said, I need to check the head spacing and stuff. So it's part of history, and that's why I like these old vintage guns. I'm not into the black powder days yet, but maybe in the near future, make a video on some black powder rifles or some handguns, because this was an originally black powder gun, like I said earlier. But pretty simple gun. I mean, every country in the world had one of these. They're probably still using them today. But it's pretty cool. It's part of history, and if the head spacing ain't right and the bore is too big, which I checked with my mic, it's at 313, 312, 313 right now. So, but that's without buying bullets. Bullets are about $32 a box of 20. That's 40 caliber prices. 308, 30-06, 270, you can get 23, 24, $25. So it's a little, about $8 more a box. So 30 caliber, dollar, I don't know, $1.05 a round versus $1.37 times 20. So that adds up to the extra expense. So every 3 rounds is over $1. So, but it's patina'd. I like it. I like the style of it. Classic gun, the SMLE, very popular. Millions were made, like I said earlier, and it's pretty cool. I'm just gonna leave it right where it is. I'm not gonna put a scope on here. I'm not changing nothing. That's why I bought it. I bought it because the way it looks like, and something about that brass is pretty cool. Kind of like a throwback to like back in the musket days, which black powder. And so, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this brief video. I know I don't have millions of information on this, just a little bit on YouTube, and there's millions of videos on here anyway. So, but this is my SMLE 303 British, and thanks for watching. Stay safe. 460 style.